Hi, my name is Linda Fredrickson. I'm the Education Coordinator here at Masonic Home for Children. And I just wanted to share a little bit with you about what our children are doing during this pandemic. They are getting a great education thanks to our house parents, all of the people that work here. We're all working together, and it's amazing to see how that they are adapting. We are serving our residents here on campus. We are also visiting or serving those off campus. I make home visits if necessary. Of course, I keep social distancing and following all the rules, but we are making sure that our residents are continuing to receive a quality education while this time that they're not actually sitting at school. As a matter of fact, many of them are doing things that they're learning more about the outdoors. They're learning about trees, they're learning about plants. They're doing some great problem-solving activities and art projects that sometimes they haven't had time to do. But let me tell you about what today's normal is looking like. This is my classroom right here. I have a wonderful office. We have wonderful tutoring rooms, but we're not using those right now. Our residents are staying with their cottage so that they are in a safe environment as a family. But this is my office. So let's look at my office and how it's working. First, hand sanitizer is a must, and this is used quite often. I've been through a few bottles of this, and we want to thank all of you that have been donating this to us here at the home, as this will be a continued need for us. Face mask. When I go to the cottages or I'm out visiting homes delivering work, thank goodness I was provided a beautiful pink one. I'll get it over my hair. That's the comic part. But since I'm social distancing right now, I will take that off so that I can share more what we're doing. Keep it in a nice bag, and it is washed daily. Clorox wipes. We have to keep these surfaces clean, so make sure when I get materials from the schools. So one of the things that I'm doing is I go to each school at least once a week, sometimes twice, and Granville County Schools has been awesome with providing packets. They put the packets out, they're labeled. You don't have to make any contact with anybody. You pick up the packets, then I bring them back to our residents here to do. But paper pencil is just a small part. We are really now in a different time. As you may know, I'm actually standing in our museum here at the Masonic Home for Children, and behind me is a backdrop of at school, because school has always been so important to the Masonic Home for Children. And so that continues. So what is interesting is, right now, all of these are our new way we're doing things, but this computer, every day our residents are on the computer. We are doing Google Classroom, we're Zooming, we are Google Hangouts, we're doing all the platforms, and our kids, they do this every day at school. So really, they're teaching us right now. We're just getting to see hands-on on campus what they're doing in school every day. So our residents are really ready for this, and they're doing a super, super job with it. Let me see what else I have in here. Always got to have your aerosol to keep things safe. But there's another key ingredient in here somewhere. Let's see. It's probably fallen to the bottom. And is this handy dandy phone that for these purposes, I hope that I put it on mute, because every day I'm either calling, texting, or working with the kids on the computer, especially those off campus. So this has been a great tool. Sometimes during the school year, during the school day, it's been a headache to some people, but here it's come in very handy during this time. And thank goodness our children are very well equipped to use that. Thanks to our wonderful donors, we have paper, we have pencil, we have crayons, we have colored markers, we have all the supplies that we need. We will be using those, and we're going to need more in the next month or two, because we are really using them right now, because thanks to the generous donation of many, many people, we have the school supplies that we need. And I deliver those supplies to the cottages at least once a week and more if necessary. But another resource that's come in great is, in addition to that technology, we want our kids to have some great resources. Scholastic has a long history of wonderful resources. These are just two examples. Let's Find Out, which is a kindergarten version of Scholastic, and Dynamath, which comes for each grade level, and the Scholastic magazines. We even have Choices, which is a magazine for our older residents. And we would not have these if it wasn't for the donations of our Masons. And especially this Scholastic magazine, I have to give the credit to all of the Masons in District 1 because they have purchased these and donated them for our residents. So we already had these coming in, and now we're really putting them in handy. So thank you again for that. But let's look on a daily day. When the kids were in school, they'd be in school like 7.5 hours. Well, of course, if you're in a small group and you only have 2 to 7, it doesn't take that long. And we are wanting our kids to use this time to learn about each other, to learn life skills, making sure that they're keeping their rooms clean, they're helping to learn how to cook, they're helping to keep our campus beautiful, and they're having fun, and that their social and emotional needs are being met also. So guess what? Masonic Home has had that history for almost 150 years. Let's look at school. How to keep well. Isn't that timely? Play outdoors every day, and that's what we make sure that each of our cottages get to do. Get your share of sunlight, because they're not getting that sunlight every day in school, but they can get it here. Keep the air in your room fresh and cool. Sleep and rest. Relax. So we're not such, right now we're not so caught up in the schedules of having to switch classes from, this time to this time. We're catering it to the individual needs of our residents because we have residents preschool all the way up into college, and I work with all of those. So it's really great. And then it talks about eating good food, washing your hands often. Have we heard that? That's been here for 100 years or more. Plan your time. Ask about health examinations. We are continuing with our doctor's appointments. A lot of them we are doing virtually. But if there's an emergency or need, we make sure our kids get the care that they need. And keep sickness from spreading. That's what we're doing. Our campus is closed now to the general public. There are very specific procedures. Nurse Liz explained those in a video that she did. But we are doing our best to keep sickness from spreading. And it talks about drinking milk and water and eating vegetables, and we are doing all of those things. And one of the ones I really like, it says smile and laugh often. And if you know me, I like to smile and laugh often. So we are doing everything we can to keep this going. Our kids are learning. They're getting the things they need from Granville County Public Schools, thanks to the wonderful administration and staff there. And thanks to our cottage parents, because they're sitting down with them, they're seeing what they're doing, we are learning together. So actually, if you look, it says welcome home. Our kids are getting to spend some time welcome home. So there's a lot of rich history here. And we're just really kind of going back to our roots in some ways, but using the technology like the computers and the phones that are what kids are used to today. But please be assured that we're doing everything to make sure our kids continue. Our campus, with all of our kids combined, we maintain higher than an 80 average, which is fantastic. We do not look for failures, we look for successes. They may be a challenge that we have to work with, but all of our students, our residents here are growing and they're doing well. So please know it's a different time, but we're doing our very best. Our house parents are doing great, our residents are doing great, and it's just awesome to see that they are still getting a quality education. Thank you to everybody. Keep sending us donations, keep us in your prayers, and God bless you. Thank you.